Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Jayhawks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will go to work first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Already find a hole in that secondary. Pistols firing. Touchdown Cowboys. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them to make big plays for you.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jayhawks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Now, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Oklahoma Oklahoma State, hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Finds his man. It's Lloyd. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lloyd. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cowboys are flying down the field. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Here comes the heat. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Lloyd. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The give is to Williams. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So a 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Under fire. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Jayhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. The give on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds some fresh air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it in. It's good. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Cowboys come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Still on his feet at the 40. Turning it on. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Cowboys come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off play action on first down. Extending the play. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Caught near the sticks. It's going. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense has him. They're on the move.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out. You recover it, a forced turnover.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Moves. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Dances away to buy time. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a third down and goal situation.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. When I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Hauls it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Here's a heat. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes and Boone Pickens Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got a minute.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. That's caught, it's Thompson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Sweet cut there. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the move. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Henderson. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Jayhawks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Jayhawks line up to punt it away. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Now they'll try the right side. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the left side. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Breaks into the open. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Fields. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Power football with the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Cowboys are on the move. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Freeman. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield. It's Fields. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Rides the back and leaves it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, right chunk, Jayhawk! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 31 over Rice. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action. You can...
Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kansas, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Wide open downfield. Running through contact. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Looking to pass. It's Daniels. The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Jayhawks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes...
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. A great catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
21.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense.